ज़्यादा ही oversized.
Okay, then 177 is what Mumbai Indians have got after a fine start by the two openers, Ishan Kishan, Rohit Sharma. Somebody had asked us, Ishan Kishan, fantasy tip.
Still, I said no captain. I never talked about him being included in your side and all. I said no captain, and I still don't think 45 runs, yes, but Tim David played a much better knock than him.
I think the headline act is still Rohit Sharma. Good to see him amongst the runs, and also reiterating what exactly we'd been talking about Rohit Sharma, that he is not the guy who will bat slowly.
Yeah.
He is the guy who will always have a great strike rate. The issue is that he was short on runs. If he gets runs, his strike rate will always be close to 150. It's never an issue.
And once again, he looked superb today.
But this is the second time or third time he's gotten out on 43 in this IPL.
Yeah, but I'm saying in a T20 game, I'd take 43.
No,
20 odd balls, 43. You do that for
Not
India.
discounting the fact that the start he provided, Ishan Kishan also was playing second fiddle.
Yes.
It was Rohit Sharma who was going at everybody. And some kind of shots, you have to say, when Rohit is in full flow,
Three
it's
bad
amazing
shots,
to
I will
watch.
say. The top three all played bad shots. There was no need for Rohit to go for the reverse sweep. He hardly pulls out the reverse sweep.
But see, that's what you get with someone like a Rohit is that he'll play his strokes.
Yes.
So I'm saying the major issue what we were debating yesterday, people said how can you have three types of similar batsmen in the Indian team with KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma with strike rate issues. And we said you cannot count Rohit Sharma there.
Yes.
Because with Rohit Sharma, strike rate will never be an issue. His thing will be, yes, he may be out of form, so not, or playing a stroke where he could have got 100 or whatever. But I think that will be more of an issue in an ODI game where you would need him to get a big total.
Yep.
In T20, if he gets you 40 or 20 some balls, take it any day, boss.
But today he came out with intent. Today he said.
But every time he comes out with intent.
No, I'm saying that there was a couple of games where he was start off like in a sedate manner, wasn't scoring that quickly. Today you saw that in the first over only he wanted to go.
Yes.
He did not take any time at all, and I think so that was a great start. Unfortunately, that great start got ruined by their middle order, and especially Kieron Pollard, 4 runs of 14 balls. I think it's time to look at somebody else coming into the side in place of him. You have given him such a long rope.
No, I'll get to Pollard in a bit, but just staying with Rohit and what is it that he brings to the team. I am saying if Rohit Sharma is getting you 40 something, will you take it for the Indian team?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
for sure.
Because everyone else will do their job.
Yeah. If Rohit gets 50 or 100, that means he is putting India into a greater position than what it is.
So when Rohit got out, they were 74. Okay, in the 8th over.
8th over.
So that's the kind of start you are looking for.
Always.
That's probably the best kind of start in T20s, because then you have that middle order who can come and force things. And you already got a brilliant start. You have made use of the power play. That's the thing. Today they made use of the power play. Rohit Sharma with his lofted strokes managed to clear the infield and got those shots. I was very happy with it.
Now tell me the other, before we get to the elephant in the room, which is of course Kieron Pollard.
Yeah.
Firstly, I cannot understand, and if anyone can see logic in that, how is it that two things? How is it that Mumbai ran out of patience with Tim David so early? Clearly big mistake. And how is it that you can send an out of form Kieron Pollard ahead of Tim David in the batting order?
He was a sitting duck, because when Pollard came, what did Hardik do? Immediately introduce Rashid. And Pollard has a distinctive weakness against leg spin. Yes. When you knew that situation, why? I mean, it made sense to promote Tim David up.
No, not just Rashid. He couldn't score runs against Loki also.
Yeah.
So I'm saying my problem with Pollard,
he has no confidence.
No confidence. Forget confidence. You have got Tim David, who's been striking the ball the way he's been striking. So you got to send him above Pollard at least, right?
Yeah.
Pollard is definitely not in form, and yes, your dependence on him over the years. But he has been dropped before, and then he has made a comeback in the side. I think he needs that sort of a treatment again.
It was perfect setup. Rashid bowled the googly, bowled the straighter one, just outside of, on the pads. What to do? Lunge forward, through the gate googly, gone.
And we had pointed out in a pre-match show that one guy who can really play well against Rashid is Tim David. He's done it in the past. And that stage was such where you could utilize that option. Now, two things. If you had sent Tim at that time, they would have had to bowl Rashid at some point. They wouldn't have kept him at the death. And whatever, if Tim David even got out at that, let's say 5 overs short of the inning or 6, then Pollard would have been even more useful there without a Rashid Khan against the Pacers. So double mistake by sending Karen Pollard here. So for the first time, you also have to, now when Mumbai play like this, I'm not saying this is a done and dusted match and we'll get it to the total, whether they are short or not is another thing. But I'm saying what Mumbai is showing that what they were getting wrong was team selection, team batting, where they are doing so early on.
Did we not talk about Tim David after those 2 games, and when they were playing Brevis also, we kept saying that Tim David has to be given another opportunity.
Yes.
You can't drop a guy you've spent more than 8 crores
8.5 crores.
and say that okay, after 2 games he just wasn't good enough, and he's showing you right now what you have been missing out on. And Rashid Khan also, a lot of people are pointing on that he is not doing much and all. Today you look at
2
him.
for 24.
Also the 6 wickets that fell, apart from the Hardik Pandya dismissal, he's been involved in every wicket.
Every wicket.
Either he has taken a catch or he has taken the wicket.
Yep. So all people that you were waiting for them to perform, Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan, Rashid Khan, all of them have come to the party.
So now we have basically no one to troll. Riyan Parag has done well, won new games. So
After that he had a bat. Pollard,
now only Pollard is remaining. Yep.
No, but Pollard really.
your CSK, I can come up with many things.
Yeah, absolutely. Jaddu. Prime should be Jaddu on that list, and I will support you in that. But yeah, I mean, see, overs 11 to 15, if you have to look at it.
Yeah, that's where
Just
they lost the
23
plot.
runs.
That's where they lost the plot.
Okay, coming to the question, because a lot of people pointed out at the start that they are 15-20 runs short. What do you make of the total? We had actually given our prediction 195, 198. He was 180. And I think our predictions were based on the pitch report that we got from the ground saying that it's
and the pitch looked like that also.
It's a fine batting track.
Yeah.
It'll very conducive to batting. So you would imagine the only thing that I would give Mumbai Indians a chance, and I'd pick Mumbai to win, so I'm not going to change my prediction, even though they may be a few runs short, is because the Gujarat Titans batting has not been firing recently.
Yes.
And every time there is one guy or the other who's stepping up. Earlier it was Shubman, then Saha, and not all together. Shubman, Saha, Hardik Pandya, Miller, then Tewatia and Sai Sudarshan. So all have come good one moment or the other. But I just feel that scoreboard pressure, they are chasing a, again, good pitch to bat on, but slightly biggish total. Jasprit Bumrah, if he can be on fire, their bowling is a bit sorted with
in Brabon, they did chase down over 175 against
I'm saying I'm still backing Gujarat.
Gujarat Titans, it's their game to lose.
I think Mumbai are actually 15-20
because
they are, but I still feel that because of Gujarat's batting, I'm not too confident. I know they have proved everyone wrong again and again and again.
But I'm again saying Mumbai's middle and lower order were non-existent. It's Gujarat's middle and lower order that always fire, if you have to look at it. So
not last game, but yes.
One redacted Shetty saying new trims looking good. Siri,
thank you.
Who inspired you to go and do it?
There's someone behind here.
Earlier you were not.
Now he accepted.
Now you are accepting.
Well, people are saying like if I ask the Tak people, they are saying, oh, you got inspired by Virat Kohli. I'm like, does Virat Kohli keep this kind of hairstyle? Not really.
He used to keep short from the side.
A lot
2013, 14.
Actually, a lot of them, like your sides grazed up entirely, and then middle part.
See, even if I do this and all that, I don't know whether it will be allowed. That's why I kept it very simple.
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
No, you do the Russell thing, na?
So long as you're
pointing it out.
this has happened after a pep talk I've given him about getting a haircut that day.
Yeah, I wanted to have a haircut for a long time, but just I didn't have the time.
Do one funky IPL type haircut, I told him.
Do.
He got it.
Go.
He did an IPL
next time go Russell.
When I came, first and always said, don't do that. I got an instruction on Nikhil also.
So
I'm
when
maintaining this.
imagine they go and play for the West Indies at the T20 World Cup, Hetmer, Russell, and even Robman Parr, all three will be probably colored maroon.
Maroon. Yes, West Indies.
By the way, we're saying you've run out of option of trolling.
Fabian Allen.
Oh yeah.
We got now.
Vijay Shankar, Manish Pandey.
Varun Parvatan is saying there are still plenty of options.
No, but they're not playing now. People who are still playing.
Yeah. Vignesh is saying Tewatia finish incoming or loading.
I still say he's A.B. Tewatia. He can still do it. He can win you matches, end people's career.
I think Rashid bowled well. He might finish it off with a bat again.
Oh yeah, actually Rashid with the bat would be more dangerous.
Yes, the sneak shot.
And
But
snake shot, and I'm saying even Hardik Pandya.
Yeah, he would want
3
to
games
do.
he hasn't done much.
Yep.
Maybe tonight's
He
the
will
night.
want to hurt his old club.
Actually, there are quite a
Mumbai.
few players in that side who haven't done much in the last 3 games.
Also following the trend
Yeah.
of hurting your ex-franchises.
That's why. And that's why I'm saying like after 3 games he'll come to party. Shubman Gill hasn't fired in the last few games.
No, I'm not saying law of averages. I'm saying playing against your former team.
I know.
So how many have done recently?
Warner,
Kuldeep.
Kuldeep Yadav,
Rahul
Umesh
Tripathi.
Yadav.
Umesh Yadav,
Rahul Tripathi.
Rahul Tripathi,
Chahal, Yajwendra Chahal.
Chahal.
And now, yesterday.
Yeah. Is it
Five-star
Pandya's
Hardik.
turn?
Yep. He will.
There was one question saying now Tim David would have to choose between Australia or Singapore. I don't think Australia would go
Yeah.
after him. They have enough.
They are
matches.
settled.
They're T20 World Cup winners without needing a Tim David.
I know.
No, but there have been talks before that Tim David might actually get.
No,
drafted
if
into
Tim
the side.
David approaches them, then maybe.
But I
makes
think
sense.
he will not
We
be
all know
immediately.
what happened with Dirk Nanis.
Yeah.
Yes. From
Yeah, he
Holland
can-
to
from Holland to yes.
Australia, now
Luke-
Singapore. No, for him.
Rule of Van der Merwe did it with South Africa and Netherlands.
Yeah.
The
Point
reverse
Morgan.
Tasman, Ronki from Australia to New Zealand. That was very, very interesting. Ronki to New Zealand.
It's
So
called the reverse Tasman, it seems.
Normally New Zealand would want to come to Australia, but Australia going to New
No,
Zealand is...
why it would happen, it beats me. I've been to both Australia and New
Yeah.
Zealand. There's no comparison. New Zealand is far more beautiful,
Of course.
much better people. Nothing against the Aussie, I'm not trying, but to compare the two, because Kiwis are such nice people in reality as well.
Yep.
Much more beautiful place.
Yeah.
Everything is so nice. Why would anyone want to go? It's like I tell maybe it is because you know how sometimes I see people staying in such beautiful rural areas in India.
Yeah.
They come to these dirty, filthy towns where we all stay in,
Yeah.
right? And I sometimes feel, why? Go back to those nice
Where the pollution
farms,
levels are 4 and
better,
more.
no traffic, no headache, nothing. Better things to do, better food. You know,
That's what I want to
They've
explain.
got, they've got
Unadulterated-
more sheep.
Yep.
New
New
Zealand,
New Zealand,
yeah.
more
Way
sheep
more
than
sheep
people.
than humans.
Yep.
Yes, there is.
That is what. Bucket list, as I told you, all you guys, it's all there in the open. New Zealand and Australia are the two places that I would love to go and see, cover a sporting event. Let's hope.
Rajan, your feedback is taken. He's saying do some close-up shots as well. Please, are you listening, Anurag? Would like to see that. Storyteller writer is saying that Rohit's captaincy will be tested. That is true, because as we said that it may be few runs short,
Yeah.
and so therein comes in good captaincy skill. Let's see if Rohit and I think Rohit is tactically
Today
Quite a
they would
smart
have told
captain.
Saha, go out and try and smash it.
Yes.
which is true.
He actually, by the way, in an interview has said only that he knows that in the power play at least he has the ability to go big.
Saha's going through good times. He's won the case in the BCCI.
Yeah.
And he's
And
been
plus he's
scoring
got,
runs as well.
He's got that much amount of centuries in the IPL as Ajinkya Rahane, if you have to look at it. Such an underrated guy.
No, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
He is actually underrated as a batsman in Indian team also.
Yes. Before
He's
Pant, he
saved
was such a steady
correct.
test batsman.
Yeah, just that his competition came in
Yeah.
Pant's form, especially in Test cricket,
Also,
was a different level.
then you compare, na.
No,
like-
that shoulder injury and the subsequent mistreatment that he got at the NCA, I think that screwed his entire.
So Kavish Sethi is saying Nehra standing advice as to which bowler to bowl even in the middle of the game. How fair is it? Again, I mean,
But
there
teams
is
do
no
that
way.
all the
Yeah,
time.
teams do it all the time. And in cricket, you can always send a message. It's not like
Yeah.
tennis where you're just not allowed,
Not allowed.
to coach. Here, you can send in messages. Now, forget even between overs, you can even send it in the middle of the overs. And batting teams also do it. So, I think it's pretty fair.
I think in cricket, you cannot look at the dressing room or the other side when it's coming to a review. That
That's
is
correct.
the only
Yeah.
rule.
Yeah.
When you are wanting to take a review, you can't do it.
Yeah.
What? That happened with Steve Smith in Bangalore.
Correct. Predictions? I'm going with Mumbai.
Sticking to mine. Gujarat are winning this.
Both of you are with. Who
Yeah.
said Mumbai at the start between the two of you?
None
Anyone?
of us.
You both?
of us
We both
picked
said
Gujarat.
Gujarat.
So we're all sticking to our prediction.
But if I know Nikhil's thing, it will be great for the IPL if Mumbai wins, isn't it?
No, I just think that they
Because
have,
it will still keep
that,
the table
that
open.
Gujarat batting has to falter at some point.
Yep.
It has started faltering. So let's see.
Rashid was my captain on Gamezy today. Wow.
But
Sanket
I
Joshi.
will also agree to the fact that on this pitch it does seem like 10-15 run shots. So
Yeah.
that's also a valid point.
And no, Rashid Khan, I actually talked about among captaincy picks from Gujarat Titans. I said pick Rashid Khan today in the fantasy video.
Yeah.
Even though I picked Surya myself,
Ah.
did not quite work out. But
Like
that's okay.
Karthik is also pointing that Watson has said that before he can think of playing for Australia, has to play
Yes,
domestic
of
cricket. That
course.
was just, of course,
Yeah.
it's a given.
Did Nanis play domestic cricket before he was drafted
yeah,
in
he did.
2010?
No, he did.
He did?
He did.
Because 2009 he was playing for the Netherlands for the Oranje. Then after that I think he immediately played.
No, he played for the Victorian Bush Rangers.
Bush
if I'm
Rangers.
not wrong.
Bush Rangers. Oh yeah, 2010 CL. How can I forget
so
that? Yes.
He played for Victoria.
Varun Parvatan is saying Nehra is aiming for Team India coach. Saw him passing advice to Rohit too.
That would be great.
Why would he be passing advice to Rohit?
I know.
Sharma? No, it must be some other banter or something
Yeah.
that they'd be
Yeah.
talking about, not so much.
And they're
Passing
good
advice.
pals, if I'm not wrong.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
No, I
Nehra
think-
ji is a guy.
Nehra ji
easy
is a
guy to
pal
get
with
along.
everybody, yeah.
Yep.
He's a very easy guy to get along. Loves talking about cricket. Always talking about cricket.
Yes.
So. But who knows in the
Please.
future? Who knows
Who
in the
knows?
future?
All right, so
Did you even suggest United would make Maguire as the club captain?
Sanket,
Looking at your
Sanket, do you really think so? That I'd ever make that mistake? Never.
Don't forget to download the Gamezy
Gamezy
app.
app.
Make your fantasy teams there every day, and we're here live every day. The start of the match, middle of the innings, at the end of the game. So see you at the end of the game.